What's up, y'all? So I'm gonna try to be real brief with this video because I just want to come on here and talk. I want to talk about like the assumptions that men and women make. Okay, two that came to mind was, all right, how women assume that because a man has sex with her multiple times, that soon they're gonna be a thing. You cannot make an assumption off of y'all having sex, especially the situation. Women and men, I feel like it could go for both. You need to think about how you and the person got together. Then you also need to think about whether y'all have any like relatable things. Is it going anywhere? Like, you need to really evaluate the situation between you and the person. Now, this person just slid in your DMs, and you know y'all got together off of him sliding your DMs, and y'all linked. Sometimes a man will judge you off of sleeping with you the first night. Sometimes maybe not, but I just feel like you gotta evaluate the situation, like whether this person really actually likes you for you, or they just talking to you for sex. Two, the assumptions that men make based on women. Men think that because a woman conversates with them, or this is the I'm not saying like this is facts. This is what I'm just speaking to you guys about, because it's like conversations that I hear and people talk about, that if a man conversates with a woman, eventually he's believing that he's gonna hit. You can't assume because you having a conversation with a female in her DMs or whatever on social media, you got her number, whatever, that she's gonna eventually take it to the next level with you, or she's gonna eventually let you smash. Now, I'm not saying that don't happen, but what I'm saying is a woman is not leading a man on because she's conversating with him. That is not it at all. You feel like, and I'm just talking to those that feel this way. This is not for everybody. I feel like some men think that a woman might be leading him on is simply because you want to hit. And so you're doing whatever you have to do to hit or smash. Just because that woman or whomever, vice versa, conversates with you does not necessarily mean that it's going to go to that point. You can have a general basic conversation and it just be that. Don't mean that because y'all talking that she's leading you on to thinking that eventually y'all will link and have that. Now, comment down below if y'all feel like what I'm saying is unbelievable or not true, or like you have a different view on it, because sometimes people don't agree with what I be saying, but I just come on here just to talk because I want to share my opinion. Now, the two, men always saying that a woman should not assume that they're going to be cuffed because they smashed. I agree with that. I agree. I understand. I can absolutely understand why men say what they say. Because I was at that point in time where I was like, oh, we done had sex more than two times. You my boyfriend now. I felt like that. I'm not gonna lie. I did feel like that. In a past relationship, that okay, well, I let you, so we go together now. But now, as a grown person, as an adult, as an understanding person, I realized that just because I made a decision to have sex with someone and that person never like tried to take me out on dates or try to like wine and dine me to get to know me, to be with me, never put a title on it, I can't assume that this person wants to be with me simply because I let them hit. You know what I'm saying? So now as a grown person, I realize like if a person want to be with you, they're going to automatically put a title on it. You don't have to question that. Like if a man wants you, he's going to automatically put a title on it if he wants you in that way. But if he don't want you in that way and you let him hit, and I feel like, first of all, if a man comes at you like, I got a girl, I ain't looking for no, no situation or nothing like that. I just want to chill. I just want to hang out with you. I want to vibe and stuff like that. Then I feel like a female should not automatically assume that after y'all get done doing it, or you feel like, oh, you put it on him, that he's gonna cuff you or he's gonna leave his girl for you. Like, I don't know where people get that assumption from, but sex does not keep a person. Sex does not make a person want you. Sex just only means that it may make them want to come back and hit again, but it's not like, oh, she done put that thing on me, so now I want to cuff her. No, we should not assume that. You should not assume that your sex game is so amazing that you could take somebody from, like, a man from his girl. I feel like vice versa, a man should not think either that his dick game is so good that he can take a woman from her man, like a woman from, you can't take a woman from her dude. Now, I'm not saying that has not happened, that is not like a situation where it has happened, but I'm just saying, like, y'all can't always assume that that's what's gonna happen. Like, that's how it is, that's how it's gonna go down, because it doesn't always happen like that. We also have to realize and stop assuming that everybody likes us because, we linked, or you spending time with me, or you took the time to come see me. Okay, you took the time out to come see me because you felt like you was getting something in return. It's vice versa too. You felt like you was getting something in return, so that's why you made the trip, because you felt like it was going to be worth it, and vice versa. Don't always make assumptions according to things because you feel like that's how it's going to play out. Life happens and things happen in different ways. In various situations, things could go the way you wanted to go, or things could go unexpectedly how you didn't expect it to go. So situations could go how you believe it's going to go, and then situations could go differently because everybody is not on what you want. Everybody has not had the same experience or had the same, outcome as you in life. Like, just because you link with somebody does not necessarily mean all the time a person wants to do something with you. So you can't assume that, okay? And then if you do sleep with somebody, you cannot off the rip think that it's going to be something more than what it was. Even if the sex game was good, you can't not assume that they did something like that to you, that they're going to, like, rock with you on that level. And dudes, you cannot assume that just because a girl's conversating with you and having conversations with you, she may be flirting with you, that she wants you to come and hit. You can't. That's like, I feel like that's a contradiction. A lot of people contradict a lot of situations. Like, y'all can feel like a girl conversating with you is going to lead to you smashing, but a girl can't think or assume that because you hit that she's going to be cuffed. It's a contradiction. It's the same thing. I feel like it's the same thing, because you hit her and she's not allowed to think that or assume that you're going to cuff her. But at the same time, you feel like because a girl hearts your picture, or she likes your comments, or she says something to you, or she's in your DMs, or she's like flirting with you, you think automatically that girl wants to hump. Nah, it's not like that. You can't assume, and we need to stop contradicting ourselves, okay? Just like you don't want a female to assume that she's your girl after y'all had sex 4 or 5 times. Y'all can't assume after having a conversation with a girl in her DMs that she's gonna let you hit. It's just a conversation. It's nothing more. Like, it's nothing more than that. Unless you let it be known that it's more than that. I don't understand why people contradict themselves. Like, it's a lot of contradiction in the world, and we don't think about it. So that's something that I wanted to talk about, because I feel like a lot of people do a lot of contradiction on different things. It's like what you want to happen, you accept what you want to happen, but whatever else goes on and you don't like it, you don't want that to be true. You don't want to accept that. You don't want that to be what you have to be all right with, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to think of another example of how I could explain it. Okay, like I said about the heart on the comment or whatever. A lot of men feel like, a lot of men, not all men, but majority feel like if a female heart they picture, that they want them to come in their DMs. That's not always the case all the time. I'm gonna use me as an example, because I always use me as an examples. I like and heart and share a lot of people's stuff, and I comment on a lot of people's things because I like some things that I see on social media, or I feel like I want to put my 2 cents into some stuff. So therefore, I will heart sometimes, or I will share sometimes, and comment sometimes on people's stuff. That doesn't mean that I want you to be in my DMs, or that doesn't mean that I like you because I comment on your things. Like, that doesn't mean that. That just means that I like what you were saying, or I like what you shared, or I like what was said, or I want to be a part of the conversation. That's all that means. That doesn't mean that I like you and I want you to be in my DMs. Okay? So that's all I wanted to say about assumptions. We make a lot of assumptions off of little bit of information. We need to open up our mouths and ask questions and figure out what is and what's not, instead of assuming all the time. A lot of assumptions are made because we don't want to ask questions and feel like we're going to look stupid if we ask these questions. But we need to sometimes ask to understand stuff. If we don't ask, we won't know. So we need to ask questions, and that's why I feel like, that's why I wanted to come on here tonight and talk about, is that we all on both sides need to stop assuming stuff and really open our minds up to understanding stuff and asking questions, and stop being prideful and getting information that we want to know. You know, what you don't, a closed mouth don't get fed. If you don't open your mouth and ask questions, you assume all the time, then you don't get the right information that you need. In order to get the right information you need to ask questions. And I don't see nothing wrong with asking questions. So that's it for this live. I wanted to come on here and be very brief and just talk about that. Please comment down below if you feel different about it, or if you believe that men and women do contradict themselves, or men and women don't contradict themselves, or whatever, or based on some assumptions. What are some assumptions that you have made or people have made towards you that you want to share down below in the comment? If you haven't already, comment. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I think that I'm gonna try to come on here and do more videos or more lives and just talk to you guys, possibly like a mukbang, so that I'm not just sitting here talking to you guys and you just watching me. I want to try to make it a little bit more entertaining, or a little bit more live, you know, instead of just being on here running my mouth, because I could talk when I have like an opinion on something. I like to talk about it and get my thoughts across. But that is it for tonight. I appreciate you all for your subscription. I appreciate you all for liking, sharing, commenting, and hitting the thumbs up on my videos. Until next live, I'll see you guys.